Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen table and another one on my MOCs. And today I'm bringing you my Imperial checkpoint on Rhen Var. This is a MOC that I want to make since it's both the winter time here in the north, as well as me being kind of inspired by one of Edward Grout's latest artworks, where he did a really nice snow trooper horror series, which was, well, taking place in a snowy environment. So that was really cool, and it really inspired me to build something like this. So the backstory to this little MOC is that it is an Imperial checkpoint or outpost along one of the main speeder highways that goes through the planet of, or across the planet of Rhen Var. And it's an important hub for the Empire. They can check vehicles, stop them over here, and they can also refuel and resupply their walkers and speeders while they're traveling across the planet's surface. Since I guess the flying conditions on Rhen Var aren't too positive, so you'll probably want to take mostly ground vehicles across the planet. So on one part of the MOC we have the mean little highway here. That is a very tile off piece of land with some snow scattered across it. We have a big feature of the MOC being the ATST that has stopped on the checkpoint for, well, I guess grabbing some ammunition, some rations or whatever, or just to do some R&R before they head off. And here we have a snow trooper walking one of the, I guess they're Corellian dogs, perhaps. And then along the little edge of the highway, we have this nice panel with a little, I guess, pipe coming out of here, or some kind of exhaust. Then there's a stairway leading up to the rest of the MOC. And the stormtroopers manning this outpost are people from the 1st Armored Platoon of the 87th Task Force. So it's not the typical snow troopers that you would see. So instead, they're just normal troopers without any real winter training. So they had to kind of improvise and adapt to be able to survive the cold. So that's why they're all wearing these kind of cloaks. So they had to make their own winter gear, since that wasn't supplied to them by the Empire. So I'm really happy with how these little custom stormtroopers turn out. They all look pretty cool with their little hints of brown, and they got some backpacks, just some extra equipment to be able to stay out here for long. Well, from the stairway, we have one of the base's main defenses, which is just an E-web with a battery pack. We've got a little frozen pond over here, or I guess you could ice skate if you want to. We have some crates for storage to the base. And then we have this walkway, so you don't slip and fall in the snow, leading up to the main gate to the outpost. We'll see if we can get a better angle of that, like over here. So here's the main entrance. So to the left you have a bucket and a shovel to be able to shovel snow. We have a terminal to enter the base, as well as a little light and an Imperial symbol, a crate. Then we have some pops of color here with some fuel canisters and just random crates. And bear in mind, this door is a sliding door that can be opened like this. It opens this much, and you get access to that from the top here. So that's why I put it here for some access. So we'll close that off. Then there is an inside to the base that we'll get into in just a minute. First, here we have the walkway, and we got some lights lighting up either the vehicle being docked, the ATST, or just the ground below. Here's another little energy canister with a hose connecting into the bottom of the base. And since it's a quite narrow little cliff that's located on, they have put in these supports that kind of support the whole base, which is pretty cool. I think it turned out pretty nice. Here's the back of the mountain. Not too much happening here except for the supports for the base. And then here on the top we have the main outpost, which I tried to get some really nice details into. We have a little comm tower here to send out information or whatever. There's a little window here, another crate, and here's the main door to get up on top of the walkway and to enter the base from the outside here. We have a little light as well as an Imperial flag waving in the wind. I guess it's pretty windy since this flag, they all seem to be pointing the same way. Here's another one of the cool snow adapted stormtroopers that is standing guard. Here's the walkway with some railing so you don't fall off, and I guess this ladder is used as a ramp so you can dock onto other vehicles that approaches. It's a little fire extinguisher in case you get a damaged vehicle coming in. Then on this side we have another crate, and here's one of their main antennas for transmitting from the base. And well, here's the little chimneys. They need to keep the heat going inside of the base or they'll definitely freeze. Here's a cool feature where I actually have an exiting door if you need to leave the base by speeder. So yeah, you can take your speeder and head off into the nearest village or Imperial landing area, since this doesn't have access to ships. Okay, let's get into the interior of the MOC. I left this a bit open just to get easier access with one hand, otherwise it closes really snugly. But here is the first little interior to the base, which is hard to get some good lighting on, but we got some crates and a little control panel. There's not much to it really. You can see some more panels, but the main thing is that there's a ladder that actually leads through the mountain and up to the main base. So we'll close that off. Didn't do too much since it's so inaccessible by hand, but through that ladder you saw, you can get into the middle of the base like that. Let's see if we can get some nice angles to this as well. Just readjust my light a little bit. Okay, so here is the interior. We have just the bare minimum you need. So here's a trooper in snow trooper gear with some kind of bandana or ski mask to be able to survive the cold, since they had to make all their own equipment. We got 2 beds. We got one of the radiators that I used in my Orta Platunia MOC last year. So I really like that design for a radiator. Got a little gun rack. Got some thermal detonators and some other crates. A little light. And here is where you'll park your speeder to get out. I guess it will have to stand on top of the ladder a little bit when you want to store it. But yeah, it works. And here is their little kitchen area, or storage at least, so they can store some rations, make some coffee. They got some Bacta fluid if they get injured. Have another stormtrooper here with some extra homemade winter equipment. Here is the base commander. He is the only one that is snowtrooper trained, so he's actually got a snowtrooper armor on, but he's still got a little commander helmet as well. Then we have the dining area of the base, where you can sit down, have your, I guess, dehydrated waffles or whatever they are. And then we have the main like control panel for the base, which I think looks really cool. I saw someone do a similar build on Instagram and I really liked it. So yeah, here's the control panels for the base and all their little communication screens. You can also see out of the windows from here. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for the interior. And yeah, just like on most of my MOCs, the roof just slides into place and attaches like that. Okay, I think I've shown you everything. So thank you all for watching. I hope you liked this little MOC. If you did, do leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.